I have learned many lessons throughout my professional life. As I transition towards a different path, let me share some of those lessons. Welcome to Leader with Soul, a podcast about leadership, family, life, and everything in between. My name is Alberto De Feo, and this is episode 3, Embrace Change. If you like what you hear, please click the like button below and also subscribe to my channel. It will help spread the word. Last year, I made a decision that is very important to me and my family. And as I share it here, I wish to capture some pearls of wisdom that I might have learned as I have come to such a decision. I have begun a transition to retirement. After 34 years as a local government executive, I decided that it is time for me to make room for younger talents within the profession and to pursue some of my dreams. This change is not happening overnight. My employer and I have come up with a plan that will help me and the organization move forward with my decision in a way that will benefit all. My last day with my current organization will be March the 31st, 2022. However, I have relinquished my top executive position at the end of March 2021. The year between now and the last day with the organization will be spent supporting the new CAO and council, working on some special projects that need to be completed before this term in office is over. My personal decision, however, is of little importance to most of you. What I think the value may be is about some lessons learned in my 34 years of active service and the last couple of years pondering on my desire to make a change. Bear with me as I try to describe some of this to all of you. Lesson number 1. Success in your career cannot ever compensate for failure in your family and as a person. This may sound strange in a day and age where relationships are considered more fluid than ever. But call me a traditionalist. I love my family so much that I need to take more time with them, especially because I am not getting any younger. My children are adults now. My wife and I are growing older. I had a few health scares in the last couple of years, and many of my colleagues have put career first, and when I look at their lives, I don't like what I see. They say you better exit at the top of your game, and that is what I'm doing, for the sake of those I love. Lesson number 2. Your professional passion and interests are transferable. My father was the epitome of a different era. He worked for the same organization for 35 years, retired fairly young, and decided to fully enjoy the rest of his life without working anymore. What worked for him does not work for me. I cannot be idle. I still have much to offer, and I wish to do it. Just not formally in the form I have done it all along. As I said before, I have dreams I wish to pursue, and I owe it to myself to try. I know people and organizations that need my skills and expertise, which together with my experience can make a difference to them. Now, this will be done keeping lesson 1 in mind. For as much as I love being busy, my priority will always be my family. Lesson number 3. Follow your dreams and true vocation. Although I was able to bring my dreams and true calling into my work, the limitations have always been far too great. This is especially true now that negativity has permeated public discourse and leadership approach. The only way I can make a true difference, in my view, is to have some independence in pursuing those dreams and my calling. What really interests me is personal fulfillment rather than financial success. If I can make a difference to only one person or organization, I will have done my part, and working for one employer at a time is too limiting for me. Lesson number 4. Do not fear the future and the unknown. This is the most difficult one for me. After all, I have done the same thing for 34 years. But I look back at my life and I see that I have never been afraid to embrace change. In fact, my life has always been a journey into many unknowns that have worked out to become major accomplishments. I think of moving from Italy and leaving a great career, family, and friends to pursue an adventure in Canada, not knowing what it would become. My wife and I took a risk, and we have continued to do so in many ways. So, I'm willing to take another one. Life is too short. Now, there are other lessons I learned, and I promise I will share them in the future. But I wish to share a couple of other thoughts about making this decision at a time that is challenging for all of us and the entire world in many ways. Like all of you, I would have never thought that I would see a pandemic. In addition, I see many other things happening that are putting civilization at risk of a catastrophic future. But I learned that there is never a good time to do something you need to do. You just have to do it. Some time ago, I heard Russell M. Nelson, a man that inspires me greatly, saying, "Unusual times can bring unusual rewards." Close quote. I feel these words were said to me especially because, in a way, it is how I have lived all my life. Let me share one final thought that has helped me make this decision. I have always been in the minority, and because of this, I have suffered in many ways. I have been mocked and ridiculed. I have been negatively judged because of where I'm from. I have been bullied in the workplace and mocked because of my broken accent, and I have endured prejudice even with those that should not have any prejudice at all. I continue to be the subject of ridicule and mockery by members of the public. However, this is not about me. Today, many people are suffering all of this, albeit relative to their circumstances. I cannot stand back and watch helplessly. I need to help those who, like me, have suffered and continue to suffer. This is my chance. This is lesson number 5. Thank you for listening to Leaders with Soul Episode 3. I hope you enjoyed these thoughts. Spread the word. Until the next time.